Hello, and welcome to the Designing with Love podcast. I am your host, Jackie Pellegrin, where my goal is to bring you information, tips, and tricks as an instructional designer. Hello, instructional designers and educators. Welcome to episode 117 of the Designing with Love podcast. As we continue through the 2026 lineup, we're also moving through the AI Ready Designer Series. Last time, we built an AI QA mindset so you can catch errors and drift early. Today, we'll turn prompting into reusable patterns so your outputs get better on purpose, not by luck. So, grab your notebook, a cup of coffee, and settle in as we explore this topic together. Before we jump in, a quick note. This is a 12-episode arc, and each episode builds on the last. In this 12-episode AI Ready Designer Series, we'll move through 5 AI Ready checkpoints each time, so you always leave with something practical you can apply right away. All right, let's jump into checkpoint 1. Here's the shift. AI output quality isn't random. It's heavily influenced by the input, and that means prompting is becoming a real practical skill for instructional designers. When you treat prompts like casual requests, try this, make it better, write me a lesson, you get unpredictable results. But when you treat prompts like design specs, you get consistency. Here's your anchor line. A prompt is a mini design document. So if prompting is a skill, the next question is, what stays true about good design no matter what tool you're using? The constant is this. Quality comes from clarity. Just like we don't build instruction without audience, context, and outcomes, AI doesn't produce strong outputs without those inputs either. So the designer mindset stays the same. Define intent, define constraints, define success, and iterate with feedback. AI doesn't replace that. AI rewards it. And when clarity is missing, the problems show up in predictable ways. So let's name the risks. One-off prompting fails for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, vague goals. If you ask for a better outline, the tool has to guess what better means. Reason number 2, missing context. No audience, no setting, no tone, and no constraints. So you get generic output. Reason number 3, no quality target. If you don't define what good looks like, you can't reliably get it. So the risk isn't that AI is bad. The risk is that we prompt it like we're chatting, instead of prompting like we're designing. The good news is, you don't need 100 clever prompts. You need a few repeatable patterns. Here are 3 patterns you can reuse across projects. Pattern number 1, the spec prompt. Use when you want clean, usable prompts fast. Here's the formula. Role, audience, goal, constraints, and format. Now here's an example. You're an instructional designer. Audience is new hires. Goal is to reduce common errors. Constraints. 5 minutes, plain language, accessible. Format. Outline with 3 sections and a quick practice activity. Pattern number 2, the critique prompt. Use when you already have a draft and want it better on purpose. Here's the formula. Include the draft, evaluate using criteria, and suggest revisions. Now, here's an example. Review this outline for clarity, alignment to outcomes, and opportunities for practice plus feedback. Then rewrite it with these improvements. Pattern number 3, the variations prompt. Use when you want multiple versions without reinventing. Here's the formula. Create 3 options, keep constants, and vary 1 dimension. Now here's an example. Create 3 scenario options. Keep the same objective and tone. Vary the difficulty level. Easy, medium, and hard. Now let's turn those patterns into a quick system you can apply in under 5 minutes. Here's your simple prompt pack you can keep in a notes app. Spec prompt, first draft. Critique prompt, quality upgrade. And variations prompt, options fast. And here's the rule that prevents chaos. Change one thing at a time. If you change the audience and tone and format, you won't know what caused the improvement. Let me give you a quick field note so you can see what this looks like in the real world. A designer needs a micro lesson fast. The first prompt is vague and the output is generic. So they switch to the spec pattern: audience, goal, constraints, and format. Then they run the critique pattern, check alignment, clarity, and practice. Finally, they run variations, 3 scenario options at different difficulty levels. Same tool, completely different result, because the prompt became a design spec. All right, let's make this actionable with a simple challenge you can do this week. Here's your checkpoint challenge for this week. Save 3 prompts in a notes app. 1 spec prompt, 1 critique prompt, and 1 variations prompt. And then use them once on a real project and compare the output to your try this prompts. All right, if you want this to feel easier next time, I have a quick tool for you. Before you go, I made an interactive companion called Prompting Patterns Compass. It's a quick click-through guide you can use to build better prompts on purpose and get more consistent results. If this episode helped you, please follow or subscribe and share it with a designer who wants AI to feel less like guesswork and more like a skill. Prompting isn't a trick, it's a design skill. When you give the tool a clear goal, real constraints, and a format, you get outputs you can trust and reuse. Before I conclude this episode, here's an inspiring quote by James Clear. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Thanks for spending time with me today. Until next time, keep it practical, keep it human, and keep designing with love. Thank you for taking some time to listen to this podcast episode today. Your support means the world to me. If you'd like to help keep the podcast going, you can share it with a friend or colleague, leave a heartfelt review, or offer a monetary contribution. Every act of support, big or small, makes a difference, and I'm truly thankful for you.